Okay, this is Wayne with Tri County Locksmith Service, and we're going over the major manufacturing pit bull metal door latch tool. It's one of those tools that you gotta have if you're gonna do installations on metal doors, but it had some things that were very time consuming that I didn't like about it. So as much as I hate to do it, I've got to modify a $157 tool to make it more suitable to what I want it to do. So basically what we did is we got rid of having to have the clamps around the door and the door bulging out by this piece that I made here. This is just some scraps laying around, welded a couple pieces of metal together, put a 1-inch hole right there. Now that's going to be able to hold this together without having to use the C-clamps. That's just going to go right on there and go from there. The other thing we did is I mounted some magnets, because I'm sure everybody has lost this piece in the door, dropped it down there at least once if you use this tool a lot. So now when you put this inside the door, it will stay just like so. A little bit of epoxy and just some square magnets right there. Put some tape around it because magnets are very, very fragile. They're made out of a ceramic, so they're very difficult to cut. You need an angle grinder or a diamond blade or a wet saw to cut them. And be careful because they shatter easily. And then once I epoxied them on there, I went ahead and wrapped them in tape, so that way if it falls and hits the ground, they won't just shatter. But once again, I don't know why they wouldn't put magnets on this thing. I'm sure it's often complained about that there's no way to secure this from falling down in here. So now we simply put that down in there like that. We slide this end in. Just like so. And those magnets also help this piece slide in together as well. And we're going to put our bearing on there, just like so. Line everything up. Get it started. Go ahead and twist this thing down in there. And now, as we turn this, it should form a nice pocket for our latch. And look in there and make sure everything's straight. This one's starting to go a little sideways on me, so I'm going to go ahead and correct that now, as opposed to later. So, continue. Okay, so that should give us a nice pocketed indent there. Go ahead and unscrew this. tool. And this will pop off of here. Slide that out. Just like so. On a normal door, it wouldn't be that close to the edge, so you wouldn't get that wrinkle right there. But in half the time, we have a nice little latch pocket, just the same as that one. Everything's pretty much the same. It's just this way was a lot faster. So, you know, it's not that great that we have to put some extra time into an already expensive tool. But if you figure, you know, you do a bid for a job and you got to install 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 deadbolts, or, you know, on metal doors like that that aren't pre-stamped, something like this and this is going to save you a bunch of time. You're not going to have to mess around with all these clamps. You're going to be able to bid that job a little bit quicker. When time is money, this is going to save you some time. So I really wish that the major manufacturer would put some magnets in there so it'll stick to the door and come up with something kind of like this, but maybe a little bit cleaner and nicer, and put it in their packages. Have it for both thicknesses of doors, or at least, you know, the thick commercial grade doors like this right here, and help solve that problem. They have a good product. It could just use a little bit of improvement. So for more information, go to www.tricountylocksmithservice.com.